What's up guys, Larko, and today we were going to be going over update 3.2, which will be releasing today for when you are seeing this video. So today I'm going to be going over all the update patch notes and everything that you need to know about this update, even though it isn't a full seasonal update. Like update 4.0 for example is just 3.2, even though it's a fairly small update, it's actually quite big in terms of how it's going to change the gameplay and feel of the game. So first of all, we have the class system that's being introduced. Now I'm going to post up some pictures here just so you can just quickly see and read through them, because I'm not going to go over them all again because I went through it in my last video. So if you do want to do that, I'll also put a link to that video in the description, or it'll be up on the screen now. So the first big update as well is coming with the rework of Breakaway, which is going to have a new flag. I believe it's a new flag anyway, and there's a whole new area out in the icy mountains. And I'll put up some clips now on the screen, but the rework of Breakthrough, it looks amazing. Now this map, I think it plays fairly well anyway. It's not that bad of a map. Sometimes it plays really well, sometimes it plays terribly. But I feel like there's a lot of open space in this map where you just it just feels empty and derelict like a lot of the other 2042 maps did. But hopefully this sort of changes that. Like, I think the most prominent thing is one of the flags being miles away from every other flag in the game, being up on a hilltop. Overall anyway, this looks exciting, and I'll leave some B-roll here of the map. We also have new Vault weapons, which is the M39 EMR, the MTAR 21, which I'm super excited for that to come into the game, to be honest, and the PP2000, which is another favourite weapon of mine. Now, I actually can't wait to try these out because these are my favourite weapons, the MTAR and the PP2000. That was like my most used weapon in Battlefield 4 on console, not on PC. It's a new suppressor, long range scope, and thermal scopes as well. So we're going to see how all these work tomorrow as well, which again, I can't wait to see what these are like, because it's nice to have these new attachments coming into play, especially thermal scopes as well. I wonder how they're going to properly work and if they'll be properly blinded by smoke grenades, but we'll have to see how that works, because if it does, that's going to be obviously a pretty easy sort of counter to them just whacking down a smoke grenade. The new thermal scopes, I will put some pictures up on the screen now. However, I thought these were just going to be thermal scopes as in for snipers, but they're not. There's a TR1 thermal, which is a 1.25 times thermal sight, and that's going to be available on a lot of like shotguns, SMGs, LMGs, ARs, so that's going to be very interesting to use. That might be something I use quite a bit, to be honest. There's also a 2.5 thermal scope as well, which I'll be adding onto the screen now. This is going to be featured more on weapons like the AC-42, not so much like the SMGs and ARs like the M5A3 and the PP29. And then there is also the 2038 thermal 6 times, which is obviously available on the snipers, and the BSVM. And the active protection system becomes available for the M1A5 and T28. Below radar arrives for air vehicles as well, which is another nice new funky feature. So with the below radar for air vehicles, flying below 30 meters from the ground will now ensure that you're immune to lock-ons from vehicle-based weaponry. Now, I think this was sort of a standard sort of common knowledge thing anyway for air vehicles, that I don't understand why it wasn't in the game to start with. And there's also going to be exclusive rewards for Year 1 Pass, Gold, and Ultimate owners, which I'm an Ultimate owner, so it's going to be nice again to sort of see what they bring. Hopefully it's some good customization stuff as well, because as everyone knows, Battlefield 2042 is pretty dry when it comes to, I don't know, nice looking skins, whether that's for weapons or for characters. There's a few gems in there, but it's very rare, and everything in the game standard is pretty bleak. Just another note as well, when I was talking about the exclusive rewards for Year 1 Pass Gold and Ultimate owners, just found out that it's actually going to be, if you've got the Ultimate Edition, Gold Edition, or you are a Year 1 Pass owner, basically means that you're going to be getting the Tier 0 Premium Battle Pass rewards for the first and second season. This is another note as well that's been made by DICE, because we normally receive these patch notes and updates. Everything we are going to be finding out about updates, we find out about the day before, which annoyingly isn't good for people like me who like to record and upload a video like 2-3 days in advance. So apparently now we will be receiving content updates a full week in advance, which is super handy, to be honest. It's good for everyone. It's a win-win.